I wanted to discuss this video for a couple of reasons. This is someone on TikTok, and her video has been ripped, or whatever the term is. It's being used for the modernity page. What's his name? Paul Joseph Watson. That just came to me. So Paul Joseph Watson is posting this video of this young woman who is unhappy after a date, and I want to just talk about there's a couple of different things going on in this video at once, and I wanted to draw attention to both of them, just because it seems like it's an important thing to do so. First of all, this lovely title that you see that she's put on her video, "Men Aren't Lonely Enough," that kind of sets the tone. But then let's hear what she has to say.
On my way home from a date, first date of 2026. And I have no problems posting this because he told me he doesn't have TikTok. And honestly, even if he did, I wouldn't give a fuck if he saw this.
Posting intimate details of a bad date to TikTok. Safe to say the warning signs were already there.
Because this man decided to psychoanalyze everything about me.
Okay, so I'm sorry. I'm 55 years old, almost. I'm 2 weeks away from being 55 years old. So really, this isn't my scene. This isn't my world. I'm out of this world. I'm past all of this. I'm done. I've done my job for the white race. I've procreated. I've had 2 children. Maybe some of you would say I should have more, but I've had 2, and I think that's going to be about it for me. So really, what this 23-year-old, this angry, mentally deranged 23-year-old looking girl has to say about how angry she is with men, and how angry she is after her date psychoanalyzed her. Really, it's not that it hits me personally, and yet it does. It does, in a way, because I see the wheels are rolling, are falling off the track here. The wheels are falling off the vehicle. They're rolling on the track. The wheels of our civilization. And yet this is basically being utilized as rage bait in this video, which is, well, that doesn't help matters, I would just suggest. Anyway, to continue.
Everything. He and I met in the wild. We met playing kickball. And we had a really great time, and I was like, oh my god, he's like kind of cute, and like we were having fun.
Click.
So we decided to go on a date.
It was at that moment he realised he'd fucked up.
And as the date's going on, we're having a lovely time. I'm having a great time. But then he starts getting a little drunker. And that's when the truth starts to really come out. And he was like, psychoanalyzing me. And literally was like, I bet you're on anxiety meds. And I was like, yeah, I am. Like, how'd you come to that conclusion?
I don't know, probably by spending 5 minutes listening to you talk.
He's like, you just give those vibes. He was like, you're clearly a very sheltered person. You're clearly somebody who thinks you know everything and like has seen the world, but you don't know anything.
Textbook definition of a shit lib leftist. No doubt she spent half the day lecturing him.
Okay, yeah. Let's get past this bit here. So yeah, Paul Joseph Watson butts in with his own commentary. This is all meta. This is all rather meta because it's already Paul Joseph Watson commenting on this angry young woman's I guess TikTok, and me commenting over that. But anyway, so she's describing this date that she's on where the guy, for one reason or another, she's saying that they were having a great time, and then suddenly he got drunk. He got drunker, and then he decided to put her in her place and say, "I bet you're on anxiety meds," and she grudgingly acknowledged that, yeah, that's true, and then he said, "I bet you talk like someone who thinks she knows what the world's all about, but doesn't really know anything." Blah blah.
It's going on and on and on. Then all the things that he's decided about me. In 2 hours, he's decided all of this about me. To make me feel bad about myself, I have no idea.
Okay. So she's obviously upset. She's obviously hurt. She's obviously angry, and this has obviously gotten to her, but she's gone to TikTok as therapy. She's decided to go on to TikTok and engage in an angry rant. But it's completely transparent, that this guy, told her the truth about herself, and she didn't like it. And yet she's going on saying, how dare he say those things about me? And of course, choosing the title "Men Aren't Lonely Enough," because she had this she went on this date where who knows what she was saying to contribute to the situation. Who knows what the reason was, but for whatever reason, this guy just decided to let her have it and tell her what he really thought of her. And it doesn't sound like he was being, it doesn't sound like he was being mean to her. It sounded like he was saying, you're on anxiety meds, and you're just, you think you know everything, and I can see right through you. And she's like thinking that she's somehow taking her power back by going on TikTok, and walking angrily. You can hear her shoes going click clack on the pavement as she's walking briskly and angrily, venting about how this man, how dare he say these things to her, that may have been true, but how dare he act that way, and try somehow trying to fashion this into a win for herself, when obviously she's deeply hurt by what he said, and she, in the days before social media, maybe she would have just sat there with it and let it burn deep in her soul, or maybe talked about it with a friend, and the friend might have said, well, if her friend was a good friend, her friend might have said something like, well, is that true? What did you say to him before that? Did he just suddenly start to talk this way to you? Of course, that she might also be talking to the kind of girlfriend who would just be like, oh no, what an asshole, oh, I can't believe he said that. That's not true. Don't believe that. Don't believe what that creep said. He's just jealous of you because whatever this, he's probably just some incel who's jealous of you, even though she's saying that she enjoyed going out with him and liked him and was attracted to him and was on a date with him, so whatever. But she has to go on and make it into an angry rant about men and how they should be lonelier. And then Paul Joseph Watson has to in turn take this opportunity, to just to showcase this as rage bait, to say, oh, here's another cluster B, here's another crazy young woman, male hating, angry young woman, um, you know, and it's low hanging fruit. It's not that it's wrong. It's not that it's not that calling attention to the fact that she's probably an extremely difficult person to be around, and all that, and probably a borderline personality, or something like it. It's not that there's anything wrong about that, but I think just using this opportunity again as rage as a chance to rage bait, to engage in rage bait. Let's just watch a little more.
And he was like, then trying to question me, oh, how many relationships have you been in? I'm like, it's none of your business. He's like, I bet you've been in a lot of situationships, but don't ever have a boyfriend. And I was like, wow, you really just have me all figured out.
Dude, base.
Well, wow. Like, wow. So, anyway, and then Paul gets on and says, yep, he was right. Dude was right. So what gets learned ultimately through all of this? It's a poisonous cycle. And social media is to blame. Social media and the internet are to blame. Because in the days before social media and the internet, she would have had to just vent privately to somebody else, to a friend, and maybe maybe the friend, if the friend were a good friend, maybe would ask her some kind but pointed questions herself, asking, well, maybe did you contribute in any way to this situation, and maybe she would learn, but now it's like, oh, the opportunity to just go on TikTok and be a drama queen, and get and rack up all the sympathy, votes, because TikTok is full of simps. It is the simpiest. It is the simpiest place on the internet. It is pretty appalling. But then again, we have to have this rage bait. This sort of. It's nothing wrong with analysis, but this to use these kinds of videos again to just stir the pot and to make people just perpetuate the whole. It's just again, I'm almost 55. I'm old. This is not my world anymore. But man, I'm so. It bums me out. It does. To see this cycle just get repeated over and over and over again, and yeah. So those are my thoughts.